It's Fingerstyle. I want a fucking baritone Thursday. Hi kids, what a bloody exciting morning it's been. Oh dear. Right, today we're going to talk about triplets, and actually the idea came from one of my lovely patrons. Last night we had a Patreon lesson where we're talking about the effectiveness of practice, and we're talking about triplet strumming. And basically she wanted to know if I could do today's Fingerstyle Thursday on triplets. So here we are, that's what we're going to talk about. Obviously it's Fingerstyle, we're talking about triplets. So the main thing for triplets is actually how we count them, okay? So when counting triplets, we the 3 beats, and we have to count them as 1 triplet. Okay, that's how I think it's best to count them, 1 triplet. Or you can say 1, 2, 3, but if we count it as 1 triplet, it's easy to know where you're in the bar. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and then your bar is over, so you know where you are. So let's talk about this marching sort of triplet pattern that we've got on the right hand, because it's going to stay the same throughout the entire piece, okay? So for our first triplet, we're going to pluck, and we'll just do this open to start with, and then we'll talk about chords. We're going to pluck 3, 2, 1. Again, as ever, if you know me, my fingerstyle is thumb, thumb, index, and middle. If you're a 4-person, then 4-finger person, 4-person. If you're a 4-finger person, then that's absolutely fine. Just do it however you like. So first of all, we're going to pick 3, 2, 1, which is technically 1 triplet. 1 triplet, 1 triplet. So for the second beat, the 2 triplet, our thumb is going to move to the 4th string, but 2 and 1 will stay there. So we're going to go 4, 2, 1, which is technically 2 triplet. So we have 1 triplet, 2 triplet. And that is basically the piece. So first of all, let's just try and get that picking pattern for at least a bar, okay? So we're going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now on 3 and 4, it's actually exactly the same as 1 and 2. So if you prefer, just to start with, you can count 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. That would work absolutely fine. If you don't like the whole triplet counting thing, you can just count basically every time your thumb plucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That also works an absolute treat too. Now, we need a C chord to start with, but actually we're going to play it with our ring finger just like that. So we're going to have 1 bar. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Next chord, we need to move down 1 whole fret. So for our next chord, ring finger, just slide it down to the 2nd fret. So you've got a C major 7. And if you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, for this I'm naming this chord an E minor / D, but it has many names. So we're going to do the exact same thing here, same picking pattern, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So that was C with a ring finger. Then we move down a fret. Another thing that we spoke about in last night's lesson was basically, whenever changing chords, always try and almost have a look at all the chords you're coming across so that you can sort of use the most effective fingers, okay? Playing a C like that is pretty normal. So actually coming into that chord like that, you might want to play it with these 2 instead. But then we've got an E minor coming up that needs to be played like this. So the fingerings that I'm giving you are basically is because I know all the chords coming up with the piece. But whenever you start practicing for a piece, always look at the basically relationship between the fingers and the chords and try and do as little movement as possible. It's just way less stressful and it sounds better. Okay, so we've had our C, the E minor / D. So next, we're going to basically take this middle finger up to the 4th fret 3rd string. Everybody else is open. That's an E minor add 11. I'm going to play the same. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Then we're going to move up a fret to the 5th fret here. We're going to put our ring finger back on, so we've got that basically the same one that we had for the E minor / D, but I've called this an E minor / F. So you sort of can see that they're almost the same chord. And we're going to play this for half a bar, so only 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, and then we move back down to our E minor / D. And we need to play that for the rest of the half of the bar, which will be 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So again, from that E minor add 11, so it's just the middle finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string. It's a lovely kid, isn't it? That is a nice, friendly E minor chord. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Move up a fret, put your ring finger on the 5th fret, 1st string. Oh yes. Only 2 beats. 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Take it down to the 2nd fret, same shape. 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Then on the sheet we have a repeat marker, so that basically takes us back to the very start where you'll play the C again, the E minor / D, the E minor add 11, and then the /F, and then the E minor / D again. So once we've basically done that, then we come to the next chord, which is maybe a version of C7 that you've never played, okay? And it's basically, play me a C with your ring finger. Usually a C7 we'd always say play here, and that's a beautiful C7. But as an alternate, play normal C chord, 3rd fret, 1st string. Take your middle finger and play it on the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So you've got 3, 0, 0, 3. There's also a C7 chord, but just a different voicing, that's all. We're going to play this kid for 2 bars. So that means we go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That's a lot of bars. This whole shape, I want you to now move down a fret, and that is now an A minor add 9. Oh, he's a moody little bitch. Love that chord so much. And again, we're using the same fingers, so we had our C7 on the 3rd fret. And then we move down to our A minor add 9. And we're going to play this for 2 bars as well. So we're going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Next, we're going to go to an A7. So an A7 actually can just be your index finger on the 1st fret, 3rd string. I'm going to play that for a bar. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Now the next part has different ways of playing it, okay, but I'm going to tell you how I play it, and then you might be like, no mate, that's horrible, I'm never going to play it like that. And that's absolutely fine. And it's just because it contains a good but also horrible friend, F minor. Okay, so after the A7, we need to come to an F add 9, which basically looks like this. That's how I'd usually play this chord. It looks like a C chord, but put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. You could also call it a C sus4. Context. Now, I don't recommend playing it like this. I'm going to ask you instead to play it either with your pinky on the 3rd fret and then your middle finger there, or you can use your index finger on the 1st. I recommend middle finger the most if you can tolerate that stretch, because then going to an F minor, it's just the addition of 1 finger. F add 9, F minor. So that's the way, but please have a play around with it and figure out what works best for you, because that's the most important thing. Okay, anyway, we have to go to this F add 9 for 1 bar. So we're going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, and then we have to go to an F minor. Now, because I'm here, that makes it actually a very easy transition. And that's my index finger on the 1st fret. If you're not familiar with an F minor, it's 1st fret, open, 1st fret, 3rd fret. So this is sort of pinky, middle, and pinky. Index, middle, and pinky is the optimal way to play it. We're going to play this kid for a bar, but we're sort of going to slow down halfway through. So we're going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Keep your pinky there. And finish on a nice C strum. And there we have it. Okay, if you like this lesson, please consider liking and subscribing. All the sheets are always on Patreon, and now I'm doing monthly lessons also. So much fun. Love you, bye.